Man, oh man, oh man.
Hey.
Right back at him again, man.
Hey.
If you don't know, you won't know. You're not in the presence of the coolest cultural conversation curators in the motherfucking world. Nigga, make some noise, man.
I'm gonna add the sound effect again.
I go by the name Cartier Camo.
It's your boy Skillet.
And this is
Tribe Called Culture,
man.
Hey.
Yeah. It can't just be on you, gotta be in you. It can't just be on you, gotta be in you. It can't just be on you, gotta be in you. Yeah. Your favorite show, hottest show in the world. I say it every time and keep on saying it. So that was, I mean, it is what it is, bro. And it ain't what it ain't. But shit, hey man, since the last episode, shout out to everybody that popped out on the last episode, man. Came to rock with us at the
We appreciate y'all.
man. What's your thoughts on how that went for us, man?
I feel like it was cool, man. We came up with the idea like on a Tuesday, put the flyer out that night. Hey, we had a good turn. Had about 20, 25, 30 people throughout the flow of the afternoon. The episode was real dope. It was cool how people were able to chime in. I know people have been wanting to be on the show. So I think that was a cool opportunity to allow those to actually be on the show. Oddly enough, it seemed to stir up more people want to be on the show. So I think that's in the works as well.
For sure.
We just wanted to give a couple episodes of just us, you know, so that we don't oversaturate it with guests. But we definitely gonna have some guests on.
Oh yeah, man. We want y'all on the show, for sure.
Yeah, we definitely want y'all.
We want everybody to come and be able to pop it with the tribe.
Hey.
Shout out to all the tribe members, the ones that's been on with us so far, and the ones that ain't been on camera with us, but has been with us, supporting, sharing, putting other people on it.
We appreciate
all y'all, man. Keep rocking with us. Tell them folks subscribe to the tribe.
Hey.
And you see me.
Hey.
You see me, the boy went legend on him. The boy went Legend of Zelda.
Captain American on them hoes.
No, I had to go green on them hoes. You know your boy had to go Captain America. You know you superhero MG. You feel me? Hey man, what's been going on, man, with the good people at Sign Language Production lately, man? People know what you got. Currently.
I don't know. I just been chilling, man. It's been a slow start to this month of June. Well, no, I shot a music video. Did some black and white photography, which I really enjoyed. Did a TLC shoot. You know what I mean? Don't go chasing waterfalls.
Hey, yeah, I saw that. All they got my boy position standing on the rock to get the right angle. Like, look,
got to do what you got to do to get the right pitch.
Salute, man.
Yeah, man. What you up to, sir?
You know, man, just damn.
So you got a joint project or something?
Nah, I got a super hard single dropping on July 4th. That's my son's birthday. Shout out to my son.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, man, I got that. We gearing up to drop that and been rolling it out with the different graphics and promo posts and whatnot, man. Shout out my boy NRG AR. Damn, I fucked that up. Shout out my boy AO NRG. Yeah, man, he reached out to me with that song idea, man. The whole concept was really all him, man. And I just wrote the verse and the shit came together so cool and really like one of my favorite songs that I got dropping this year, man. So I'm looking forward to that, man. It's called Fake Love. It's dropping July 4th.
I like it.
We'll probably remind y'all again on the next episode. But yeah, that's immediately on the way. Other than that, man, we still pushing the non-negotiable. That's still going crazy. I'm still seeing the numbers and the love and people, you know, that's spreading the word in various ways. My boy Keon had bought the vinyl. Shout out to everybody that bought the vinyl and bringing the physical copies back, man. The memorabilia, that's love for real. That's real support. My boy Keon, shout my dog. He bought the vinyl, got it up in his shop on display for everybody to come through and see. And some people have hit me like, hey, I seen the vinyl in there, where I get one? And you know what I'm saying? So that's how you hope that shit will go when you make them type of moves and plays, man. But other than that, yeah, man, just keeping the brand going, keeping this tribe, you know, trying to find ways to keep this shit fresh and new ideas and whatnot. And the next thing we could do. Before we move on, I definitely got to give my wife a shout out because she had put the cookout idea in the air months back.
She really did.
Something she did. I ain't even. She gonna be like watching this and be like, "Y'all ain't even." Shout out to my wife, man. She
to the
definitely.
missus.
Yeah, but like bro said, man, how that came together right then, abruptly. We just kind of was talking about, you know, spitballing ideas, man, and he was like, "Fuck it, we can do it this weekend." And the shit, we pulled that shit out, but my boy was on the grill sweating. All you seen them pictures of that nigga back sweating in the motherfucker. Boy, I was like, yeah.
Hey, you flip the M and the G, you get grill master.
You feel
baby.
me? GM. MGM to GM. Hey, nah, shout out my boy, man. Them burgers and them dogs and shit.
Hey, you got to bring seasoning, you know what I'm saying? Hey.
But yeah, man, we're gonna run it back before the summer over, like you said, man. But shit, without further ado, you know what we're gonna do?
I'm gonna add the sound effect. You see the last episode.
We're gonna get into the currently in the culture, man. And,
let's go.
First thing first, since our last episode, the BET Awards happened. And I want to say that I've been seeing mostly people been impressed with what they did this year.
Keep going. I forgot to turn that light on. My bad.
As opposed to, you know, we've discussed award shows and their relevance in the previous episode.
Yes, sir. Keep going. I'm locking the focus.
We're talking about the disappointment with how they've gotten so watered down and just lame these days.
Yeah.
But it seemed like whoever was involved in the team of putting it together this year, overall, the viewers was pleased with the way that they played the nostalgia. They had a lot of early 2000 acts that popped out. Shanti, Maya,
yeah, I seen Shanti
Mariah Carey. Then Mariah Carey pulled up.
She don't come to nothing.
And then Kendrick was out there when he done had his major year, and you know it's always seemed like once niggas hit that certain level that they don't show up to them type shit.
Which get on my nerves. They don't come to the BET Awards unless it's like they, like you said, they up and coming. They might win New Artist of the Year. They first couple of nominations, but after that you win a couple on. They be like, fuck the BET Awards. But then we be at the Grammys all dressed up to the T.
But then as soon as they damn say, we no longer gonna do the BET Awards.
No, keep that shit. You ain't been in 10 years.
How they go? You feel? Nah, shout out to them people that was responsible for putting a good show together and coming up with them nostalgia ideas. They had the 106 in Park stage set up.
Yeah, I fuck with
all the former hosts of 106 in Park was there. I think minus a couple of them, but
I think they even had Bow Wow, didn't it?
Yeah,
Mr. 106 in Park himself
performed and went crazy.
That was dope.
They had B2K. Them niggas brought B2K, got them back together with.
Well, you know they okay, so not to get too far off track, but you remember when Omarion was on tour, was it B2K together or they just was at a couple stops?
Omarion, and they was popping out.
Oh, okay. But
a few years ago, they tried to reunite.
Yeah, I thought they had tried to do something.
That shit didn't work. That's when they said Lil Fizz was messing with Omarion.
Oh, yeah. That was some weird shit, yeah. You think that was for the show? You think that was real?
These days, you never know.
Yeah, because they ain't even together no more.
Right.
I don't know.
But shit, let's we ain't gonna discuss recap the whole shit, but just the standout moments that people were talking about mostly.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. I had them in a particular order.
Okay. And
first of all, go ahead, bro.
I was gonna say just subscribe to the tribe.
Subscribe to the tribe. You heard my butt.
Click the button.
First of all, I didn't realize. All right, so the up and coming singer, well, I shouldn't say up and coming, however you want to word it, the rising singer Leon Thomas that got the Mutt song.
Well, this is one of those who was that?
Yeah, I remember I mentioned that on the previous episode. You wasn't familiar with, but it's a song called Mutt. I'm a dog, I'm a mutt.
Oh yeah, I like that song. Yeah. I didn't know who sung it, but I like the song.
So yeah, dude named Leon Thomas, he won the Best New Artist this year at BET Awards. And I didn't realize that he was signed to Ty Dolla $ign's label. Apparently, Ty Dolla $ign has his own label, Easy Money, and that's his artist that's popping right now.
Well, let me ask you this: I don't really know what BET's criteria is for a new artist. Like, do you got to have an album out? Do you only have to have had notoriety for like a year? Because you know what I mean. If you think about it, technically, Sexy Red would kind of be a new artist.
I think she already done. She done been on the BET Awards for a couple years. So yeah, I mean, it would make sense for him because that song really done popped over the past year. So yeah, if he was ever gonna win a Best New Artist, this would be the run where he wins. Yeah, but I like that song. There was some other song when I skimmed through his album that sounded cool.
So he got a whole project. Okay.
Yeah, he got a whole project. I think the project called Mutt, if I'm not mistaken. And I think he said he dropped the deluxe that had a few more slaps, but I ain't had a chance to hear that one.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
But yeah, he won the Best New Artist, and when I heard that and then saw that he was Ty Dolla $ign artist, that's interesting because I didn't even realize Ty Dolla $ign was in his executive bag right now.
Yeah, because Ty kind of he still make music, but he kind of he pop out when he want to.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, I can fuck with that.
Shout out to them, man. All right, so
shit.
I know everybody watching this saw a clip of the Casanat interaction with Wale.
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 Wally. So disrespectful.
So if you didn't see that, yeah, they had Kai Cenat streaming the entire award show, running around on the stream.
Yeah.
And it looked like he was going to the car.
Yeah.
And Wale was walking by in the backstage area looking part.
Yeah,
and
playing Nintendo Switch.
They had a back and forth interaction where he was just like, yo, what you playing on the game? Oh, word? Yeah. You could tell that Kai didn't really recognize that this was someone with some fame.
But for the record, it wasn't disrespectful. He just talked to like a normal person.
Nah, it wasn't,
he wasn't like, you lesser than me.
Nah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
It wasn't disrespectful, but you could tell he didn't really know who it was. And then the chat was telling him who it was, and then he made it.
He said Wally.
He made it obvious that, he made it apparent that.
Yeah.
Oh, what he do? I think that's what he said.
Yeah, but then once they said like he made like Lotus, he was like, oh, that's him, that's cool.
Yeah.
Like he didn't like play the nigga like he was nobody.
Yeah, but we know Wale is super sensitive. He one of those guys.
He one of my favorite artists. But
everything bothers him. I know he from the area.
That's my dog. I love Wale, but he do be a little sensitive.
Yeah, man. So then the other clip, where Kai was sitting beside Snoop and they was talking, the nigga just walked by, interrupting, was like, hey, I just want to let you know you got me looking crazy, man. But we'll talk later.
But he didn't really. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, that's all he said. What's your thoughts on that?
I understand. I seen a couple other podcasts talk about this as well, and they did the math. Kai was 9 when Lotus Flower Bomb came out. I got a 6-year-old. Your son, what, 7, 6?
Nah, he about to be 6.
Okay. So in 3 years, are they gonna remember whatever that number one song is when they 9 or 10? Do you think they really remember that? Kai's what, like 22, 23?
Somewhere around.
Give or take.
Yes.
They don't remember that stuff. They heard it on the radio, but they don't know who that is.
Right.
And so, and he's a streamer. His stream ain't even about hip hop. Like if he had a podcast that was like booming, like Joe Budden or, those type of podcasts, and it was about hip hop, okay, that's different. But his streaming is about like, I think it started off as gaming, right? And then it just started being more interacting with people. Yeah. So he ain't really of the age to really know who Wale is. Once he'd have heard the name pronounced the correct way, I'm sure he kind of figured out, oh, okay, I know who Wale, at least the name.
Yeah.
But Wale, one of my favorite artists, he hasn't been musically relevant in a few years. I don't mean no disrespect to him. But has he really dropped a single that's really circulated?
Nah, cause he ain't got the backing that he had.
Yeah, he ain't with Def Jam and Maybach no more, man.
But I did shout out one of his songs. Matter of fact, it was my sleep on.
I guess that was it. The shit don't suck. It's still fire, but it's like I said, ain't got the engine behind it.
Yeah.
So, how would you feel if you was Wale?
I can understand why Wale. I can understand why Wale. I know he is super sensitive, man.
Yeah, he is.
We've seen that throughout the course of his career with how he takes things and gets offended by stuff, but. I can understand how that's kind of a shot to the ego. Like, damn, Rick Ross, Meek Mill, but you don't know me. And I was popping in the same era that they was.
Yeah, but Meek still kind of dropping, not super hits, but he's still a little more active.
One of them other niggas' name is hot no more as it once was either, but.
No, not to the same.
I can see how if you think, dang, all the peers that was out and came up when I came up, they are household names, but I'm not. I can see how it'd be a shot to his ego. I wouldn't have played it the way he played it, interrupting this man later on that night and shit. Like,
that circle back now. He should let that ride.
He couldn't take it. He was looking at his phone and people was like, that nigga didn't know you and shit. Well, them chat niggas can be like.
But they had you fired up, boy.
Niggas in the chat, L Wale. Yeah, man, that was an interesting back and forth, and I was just like, I just started thinking about all the times over the years where Wale felt slighted. And let it be known, and his Twitter rants, and his.
He got mad at Meek for not retweeting his album, or was it vice versa? Was Meek mad at him? One of them was mad at the other for not tweeting out their album.
Both of them really be on the same type
of
shit,
much,
honestly.
Yeah, just Meek a street rapper, and Wale is more of a lyrical rapper. So,
y'all let us know y'all thoughts on that back and forth with Kai and Wale. Do y'all think? Are y'all leaning to the side of how Kai's supposed to know who that is because of his age, or are y'all like, nah, nigga, you should know who that is? Because like you said, man, honestly. People are kind of blurring the lines and making him some type of hip hop.
He's not a hip hop guy,
and he ain't. It's just that rappers take advantage of his audience sometimes for promotion. But that nigga is not a hip hop pundit, so he can't really be held to the same standard as people that. That's what I'm saying. You a journalist that's been doing this for hip hop and all these years, and you don't know what that is. Like
he's a streamer.
So people kind of blurring the lines and looking at it.
Yeah, that's not a Breakfast Club. That's not the Joe Budden podcast. That's not that type of platform.
Right.
But I ain't gonna shoot my man. Y'all gonna put some respect on his name.
Yeah, that was
Wale fly than the rest of them. Still got my Nike boots.
While laid off.
Hey.
That was funny. All right, another BET Awards related news.
Yes, sir.
Clarissa Shields, the fighter.
Hey. Let me keep talking spice. You're going to knock the fuck out.
Yeah. So BET Awards had a Sportswoman of the Year award, and they gave it to Angel Reese. And apparently she ain't really like that. And she had tweeted out, still don't know how I didn't win Sportswoman of the Year for BET Awards, but congrats to Angel Reese and all the other nominees. I just thought accolades mattered. What's your thoughts on that, bro?
I think accolades do matter, but I will say this. I think Angel Reese got the award based on her current impact. Because regardless of how many belts that young lady has, she's not impacting boxing or just fighting combat sports as a whole. You got to think, is she being impactful like Layla Ali when she first came into the game and she was winning and making an impact? That's Muhammad Ali's daughter. Is she making the same impact that Ronda Rousey was making when she was in UFC before she got her ass whipped, but when she was knocking chicks out? She's not being impactful in her sport on a national level the way Angel Reese is impacting WNBA on a national level. I'm not saying that Angel Reese is as accomplished as her. But hell, I didn't even know the young lady's name. I just knew she was going, her and Papoose go together. I know she can fight.
Now.
But I mean,
she racking up the belts and accolades over there.
But keep in mind, even on First Take or, well, not Undisputed, but sports shows, are they talking about her and women's boxing, or are they talking about Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark?
But that don't.
I'm not saying it's fair.
Yeah, it is unfair that all right, just because one sport gets more talked about in media, that don't take away that I'm more of
she's more accomplished,
decorated and
absolutely.
accomplished athlete than she is. I can understand her argument. She ain't have to tweet that out publicly and shade another
like
black woman.
Yeah, exactly.
Let her have that moment, man. It is what it is. That ain't one of them like best new artists where you can't get it next year.
Right.
But like you said, Angel Reese, she has made her mark on basketball with the double-doubles and whatnot.
Yeah, culturally she's impacted.
And she got the podcast, if I'm not mistaken, now. Yeah. She be having, people come on and talk. So
she got the sneaker deal with Reebok.
Yeah, that really, she got a lot of endorsements that she make more money from than basketball, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's fair, but she is making more of an impact culturally.
Yeah, what it is, man. You're right. I can't argue it, but I can understand why Clarissa
Shields. I be talking too. Motherfucker, I got 32 goddamn belts.
I'm the champ over here. I'm knocking these motherfuckers out. You out there down struggling sometime to score. Like, ain't want no championships and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can understand why she might. But hey, that was their selection. Hey. Shout out to Angel Reese. Shout out to Clarissa. Look, before she would have stolen on Remy, they would have gave it to her. If she would have been stolen on Remy by now, they would have been like, nah, we gonna get that shit to Clarissa. Cause that would have been a cultural, impactful moment, like you saying, right? That shit would have impacted the culture.
Do that shit for the culture.
Remy Ma got stolen on by Clarissa Shields and dropped like Martin and Tommy Hearns.
Do that shit for the culture, baby. I'm with it. Go to a rap battle and just let Remy talk spicy. One time.
If she would have did that, they would have got it. They wouldn't have no choice.
Hey, but Remy might stab her though.
You leave me no choice. Oh,
I should have went there. My bad.
Don't put it past her. Hey, I'm just saying you can't put it past her. Hey, you gotta watch them. She might got a blade on her tongue, bro. She might got a box cutter. No. All right, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, so the nigga Playboy Cardi, I think that was at the BET Awards too, but I'm not sure. I showed you the clip before we started filming, so you don't know what I'm talking about. But this nigga was down flexing a iced out strawberry diamond lollipop. Shit look like an iced out blow pop, and the nigga got it in his mouth and looking weird, swaying side to side with the shit. What's your thoughts on? I mean, I guess the nigga gets points for originality. I've never seen a rapper get a piece of jewelry made that goes in your mouth for you to...
Bro, that pause like a motherfucker.
Pause like a motherfucker, bro. Hey.
Like I told you, he showed me the clip. He should have got it
this nigga different,
put on the chain and just let it hang from the necklace and let it be. I ain't mad at the creativity of it being a lollipop. I think the visual of it... Bro, it ain't even a real lollipop. Like, let's relax.
All right.
What you think about that?
That what we doing, bro? Come on, man. That what we doing. Strawberry diamond lollipop. And that man sitting there looking like somebody's little sister. I'm like, all right,
he said,
bro.
how many licks do it take to get to the center?
All right, bro. Y'all got it, man. These new niggas weird, man.
Yeah, I'll let y'all have it, my boy.
Yeah, man. So the Astro World Tragedy, the documentary about that has dropped on Netflix. If you ain't seen it yet, go check it out. If you have seen it, drop your thoughts on that in the comments. yeah, man, I definitely got to check it out to get more of what I think about it.
Okay.
I just know that that's a sad, tragic situation, and I do see a lot of people that feel like watching it has made them more so want to point the finger at Travis Scott himself because he's the artist and it was his concert, but the artist is only so much involved in the logistics of organizing a big event and how many people are allowed in and how many people are allowed to be in what section. And I'm not defending or trying to say that what he knew about, what he didn't know about, but it's just more than one person to point the finger at, in my opinion. If you're gonna try to find somebody to blame, it's a lot of people that's more hands-on with that aspect of things. That somebody dropped the ball somewhere, but somebody got to be the person to point the finger at, and that's gonna be the celebrity that's attached to it.
I mean, I feel that, and I'm not by any means saying it's okay that people died. All I'm saying is, I agree with you. It's unfair he doesn't coordinate security, capacity limits, the venue. All he does is create the art. And I'm not saying he should be completely, I mean, I think he should be. But you know what, fuck it. I don't think Travis Scott should be held liable, but like you said, when you're the name, you're the face, you're the front of this brand, you take the blame. It's like when Iverson got the fight or whatever happened in high school. What happened with KG in high school. Like you're the famous one. So you take the blame regardless if you're at fault or not. And I do understand that because you got the money. So you got to pay the fees.
Right.
But that doesn't actually make that person responsible or guilty of all those deaths.
I guess they got to point the finger at somebody.
Yeah, somebody got to pay for it.
I do find it interesting, like I said, that it don't seem like it slowed down much for his career, man. It's like, in hindsight, the man still has sold the level that he was selling at. He's still selling out concerts. He's still performing at Grammys and this and that. Like, so it really hasn't put as much of a stain on his brand as people thought originally. I did just think of this, though, just as far as when a celebrity is involved and is a face of something that turns out to be a disaster or a failure, nothing has ever turned out to go as left as this Astroworld thing. But let me just throw this analogy out.
Yes, sir.
Or just try to draw this parallel from, remember the Fire Festival joint, Ja Rule and them?
Yeah, he was the face, but he didn't.
How much do we think Ja Rule was involved in the success of that event?
They
the nigga just signed up to be somebody that, you feel me?
Help promote the shit out of it because your name's on
take a lot of the backlash when that shit went left, bro.
You seen that documentary?
Nah.
It's actually really good. It's on Hulu or Netflix. I watched it. Really
I gotta check that one too.
Yeah, it's really dope.
But yeah, man, it's people you got to point the finger at somebody. So the biggest name involved, that's who is, you know what I mean? Yeah. You know how that go.
They don't do none of the paperwork, sign none of that shit.
Yeah, man. I feel like if the average fan or the average person just, they don't really know how that shit go behind the scenes and they put too much on just the big name involved, I feel like. But yeah,
that nigga ain't coordinating shit. He just show up and perform.
Thoughts and prayers for all the people that were affected by that tragedy, though, man. All the people that lost their life. There ain't nothing to play by.
Nah.
Another concert news, that boy Wiz Khalifa popped out, did the Tiny Desk concert, man. And the nigga went back deep in his bag in the catalog to the Cushion OJ days. I don't love him. I don't chase him. I duck him.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. I like that.
Ain't shit chain with them on the horses in the motor when I switched. Now he took it back to
pedal
that
to the metal, all that shit. Yeah, I like that. Okay.
Say she never been that Wiz, that era. So yeah, man, I was happy that he didn't go up there and do some new shit that people ain't familiar with as much. He went out there and did the classics, and people do tend to forget that Wiz got his bag of production that sounds great with live instrumentation. Like, that luxury sounding dope ass fly shit. They pulled that shit off. It was dope. The clips I seen, I gotta watch it in its entirety. But I've said before on this show that I used to be a super Wiz fan. I had the pleasure of seeing them live before.
He did Burn After Rolling?
Nah, this was around, what album was it?
No, it's about for the Tiny Desk. Did he do any songs off of Burn After Rolling?
I don't think so. I think most of the songs he did was from the Cushion Orange Juice, and I think he finished it off with one from the recent music.
I ain't about to check for that shit.
But yeah, shout out to Wiz Khalifa, man. He just dropped Cushion Orange Juice too. We spoke about that on the previous episode. But yeah, y'all go check out that Tiny Desk. Let us know what y'all think about it.
Have you seen the A. Marie one? A. Marie one got one.
Yeah, and people was posting the clips where she was hitting the flat notes. I think it's been a while since she been in the spotlight. Yeah, she's kind of just starting to pop back out. I don't know if she just been doing the regular person thing behind the scenes. or
Joe got
whatever.
one coming too. I'm
excited to see that.
Yeah, that'll
I
be
like
cool.
Joe. Joe got slapped.
And he can
and it's
actually
slept
sing,
on
yeah.
when people be talking about the
Yeah, that ain't auto
top
tune.
R&B
That's
joints
singing.
from.
Yeah.
Nah. Joe was
That'll be fly.
him, man. He slept on for sure. All right, where we at?
40 minutes, give or take.
We still filming?
Yeah.
All right, we still good. Man,
We lost
a couple
power.
technical difficulties, man. The
Yeah.
power flash, it's all good.
Hey.
I got the power.
What Cam say?
I got the power. Yeah.
That's what that Cam say. Then the other Cam say, I can't even recite it no more. What he say? The Twin Towers, we never lost power. Twin Towers, we definitely lost power.
But we back. The good folks at Sign Language Productions always got a backup plan on their ass.
Switch out memory card.
You feel me? Switch out memory card like PS2 days. They talk. That motherfucker in there, man. He talking about. Nah. All right, another news,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Still concert related. Lil Baby had a concert. I'm not sure which stop it was. He was at a concert. Brought out a special guest like big artists like to do. And of all people, the man brought out YFN Lucci. And some people was taken aback by that because YFN Lucci has been the sworn enemy of Lil Baby's good friend, Young Thug. Like, both of their trials that they just now got done with was based on gang wars against each other's gang.
Slime.
Allegedly. So,
I'm a civilian.
with that being said, if there's any truth to that, yeah, some people was feeling the way like, damn, how Thug supposed to feel about that, man? If y'all supposed to be bros and that's the main enemy and that's who you bring out at your show to share your platform with, what's your thoughts on that, bro?
I hope it was just a business move. Cause if it was like I would have to see their interaction on stage. If it's, of course, some of it could be performative. But if it was and that nigga get on stage, or they got songs together?
No, they got no music together as far as I know. And he brought him out, dapped him up, let him perform one of his own solo songs in the middle of his show.
That's a little weird. Like if I got beef with, I don't know, artist Butthead, and
Fuck you, Butthead.
Hey, I'm just making up a name, and you bring him out there with you, my feelings be hurt a little bit.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a little weird. Yeah.
I would feel over like, I know my man gonna feel away.
Yeah, like
if
we
I
got
bring
real
out-
beef, not like
I bring out his nemesis.
Yes.
I share my platform with I know
Yes.
brothers gonna feel away.
I'm Superman. You brought Lex Luthor, really?
Yeah, I can see
Really,
how that
Batman?
went away. Now we don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but with the facts of those cases and what's played out, some of the shit is speculation, but I do know
They got real life beef.
Lucci
not
like right
pretend,
hand man that he always shouting out "Long live Nut forever." Well, Nut murder was allegedly done by Young Thugs and his people, not him. His associates. So, with that being said, I don't see no way that they could possibly piece it up behind the scenes.
You
on
tripping.
some man, business is business. When
No.
if his right hand man, you responsible for why he not here no more. It ain't an amount of money in the world that can make niggas like.
hell no. No
I
sir.
don't see that, but
Yeah,
I
we ain't
am
cool.
a fan of YFN Lucci. I'm glad that he got that look. I'm glad that he getting, some people still checking for his shit after he had to go sit down for a few years. Not everybody comes home to open arms with their fans. A lot of people fan base have moved on. But we said on the last episode he dropped the song that that was the Knee Deep episode. But he dropped the song
Shout out to Knee
that
Deep.
went crazy, and people is checking for new music more so than the Young Thug. It's crazy how the tables have turned because Young Thug has always been more popular as
Hell
far
yeah.
as the culture, especially on the internet.
Yeah.
But now that they both came out of jail and back putting out music, it's kind of seemed like, especially on the internet, it seemed like niggas is more excited for Lucci than Young Thug to drop.
I hate to say it, and I'm sure the chat definitely don't agree with me. I don't give a fuck. I think Thug initially his music carried him, but then I think it transitioned to where the antics carried him.
Yeah.
And it made you tap in, what is he gonna do next?
Right.
Like some goofy shit, not necessarily music. Whereas YFN Lucci, I think, just kind of coasted and just kept making good music.
True.
And because I got a couple of his songs on my workout playlist, they got good
he never
energy.
been
they got a
gimmicky,
vibe.
just
Yeah, just that's
do his
dope
thing,
music. Yeah. So I think that might have been it. What's his name? Jeffrey.
Jeffrey. That was a little odd, man. I can say I didn't see that one coming. When I saw that, I was like, I had to look again. What is this AI? That was for real. So I don't know what's going on, but yeah, I could understand if Young Thug did see that and like, damn, that little baby doing it's supposed to be my little bro.
You supposed to be my dog.
Yeah, y'all let us know in the comment what y'all think about that, man. If business is business, fuck it, let bygones be bygones, or some shit just can't be.
Do you kick it with your homeboy's enemies?
That's basically what it boils down to. Hey, and while you thinking about that, subscribe to the tribe, man.
Hey,
you feel me? Big
absolutely.
tribe shit.
Yes, sir.
All right, new music releases. That time of the show, new music releases, man. Of course, we're gonna start with the indie artists.
Yes, sir.
And since the last episode, we done had some drops. So my boy Jarius Duncan dropped.
Hey, let's get it.
His new album is called The Private School Negro 2. I'm a big fan of bro, man. He's not a rapper.
One more time.
Jarius Duncan, Jerius Duncan. Okay. Y'all go check him out, man. He's an all-around musician, bro. He's a vocalist. He plays guitar. The nigga probably play a bunch of other instruments
He's
too.
A musician.
He really like that. Yeah,
a rapper.
I'm pretty sure he producing a lot of the stuff on there. I'm pretty sure he's like hands-on playing the instrumentation and shit. So I've seen bro perform several times. He get up there with his.
He's in real life.
He get up there with his kick drum and his guitar, and he giving you the vibe. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, singing.
So you see him in real life perform.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. So yeah, hopefully we get some music together soon. But shout out to my man Jarius Duncan. Y'all go spin that.
The one and only.
Aside from that, Maintain. No, y'all know Maintain. We done said his name on the show a couple times.
Yeah, makes phenomenal
Maintain, you still owe me a song, bro. But
let my boy get a feature.
Speak about that out
or
camera,
give him
man.
a feature.
You know, that's my dog, though. I support. He dropped the project Show Main, and he in that, you know, he been doing this country music bag, kind of his version of it.
Top Mustang.
The super dope, you know what I'm saying, player ass country vibe. I don't know what you calling your genre, bro, but he dropped the Show Main. If you ain't familiar with him,
country.
I guess that's what they gonna call it.
Let's get that contemporary country award.
I'm here we're gonna nominate bro for the best contemporary country.
Yes, contemporary.
But yeah, he dropped a new project, man. I think it's on like 5 songs, but all of them really slaps. I ain't even glazing. I wouldn't lie to you, bro.
Okay. But, I'm gonna spin that.
And my sleeper song's actually off of that. But y'all go check out that Maintain, Show Man.
Big tribe shit.
Yeah. Those are the albums that dropped by the indie artists. As far as releases, it was only 2.
Oh, 2 albums. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, as far as releases, my boy Maserati Rock.
Hey, it was nice meeting him, man. He just shot me a DM earlier in the episode, but we was in the episode, so I couldn't. I'm gonna hit him back when we get done.
For sure. Yeah, we gotta get bro back on the show. I like this insight. But yeah, he was on the last episode when we was at the cookout. And I think he mentioned on there that he had the upcoming single dropping. So that song's called Major.
Yeah.
Y'all go check that out, spin that, add it to the playlist. My boy Maserati Rock.
Yes, sir.
And then I'm not familiar with these guys, but they were indie artists, or are indie artists, and they got a song just dropped called Hang With The Plug. Dude named Eddie Pills and P. Moss. So the clip I seen was a cool clip of them like going back and forth. I don't know.
They're a duo?
Yeah. Okay. Apparently, I don't know if they always a duo, but the clip I saw, they was a duo. It's one white dude, one black dude.
They're from our area?
They're from somewhere in South Carolina. I couldn't tell you exactly.
Shout out South Carolina, baby.
But shout out to Eddie Pills and what's her name? And P. Moss.
What's the nigga name?
Yeah.
Wait, the white dude?
I don't know who they are, but I saw that clip and it caught me enough to mention it on here. So I'm gonna go check them boys out.
Okay, y'all check them out too.
That's the indie artists that released something since the last episode. For the mainstream, we're gonna do the singles first. We got Meek Mill and G Herbo dropped Survivor's Guilt.
I enjoyed that song. I've heard it.
If you're still checking for Meek Mill, if you like G Herbo.
Don't do Meek like that, man.
I'm just saying, we done discussed that.
I ain't even listen to that bullshit. Check him out. See how you do, my boy.
Glorilla, she dropped another single called Typer, and it's over that Keisha Cole. I think that was.
I should have cheated.
Never knew that I would.
She raps on that? Is it that slow?
It's like sped up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They sampled that, but it's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I like a good Keisha Cole.
The clip that I heard of that was dope. I like Glorilla, man. She don't really miss too much.
Nah, she don't never miss.
Honestly.
Wait, you like Keisha Cole, Gap Keisha Cole, or no Gap?
Gap Keisha.
I like Gap Keisha Cole.
Yeah.
Keisha Cole with the Gap.
She was going crazy.
Yeah. That's
with Frankie and Nephew Keisha Cole.
Yeah. That's what Keisha Cole I like. She's still dope, but I like it with the Gap.
Yeah, man. So Glorilla, all right, the dude, 4 Bats, the singer dude that we had mentioned on the previous episode.
What the fuck he did put out?
He dropped a new song called When I Get Home, him and Wale.
Okay, Wally.
That song actually is a slap to me.
Like
I added it to the playlist. I fuck with it.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out.
Give us more of those. Whoever is in his count is putting out shit. He had a couple songs. 4 bats.
No, so who should give us more of the
4
music?
bats.
Oh, okay.
His count, he had a couple of singles that he dropped before this that was to me. But
The tone,
I
the
like
beat.
dude overall and what they trying to do with his sound. I get it. The nigga talking got a deep voice.
Oh, he do?
But when he
In
get in
real
there and
life?
sing, they be putting the effects to make the shit higher pitch. But the shit sounds dope to me. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean, it don't suck.
Sometimes people get creative in the studio. That's technically gimmicky, but if it worked for you, bro,
Yeah.
if it's better than what your normal
Sometimes
voice
it hits,
sound
sometimes
like,
it miss.
fuck it.
Yeah.
Get that money, Alvin and the Chipmunks. Hey, talking about. Nah, but so they dropped, and then Jermaine Dupri, T.I., Young Dro, and 2 Chainz.
Oh, that's fire.
Dropped a single
Right.
called Turn Around. And it's a strip club joint. I think it's off the upcoming soundtrack that Jermaine Dupri is doing for a documentary doing about Magic
producing
City.
it?
Yeah. He producing the documentary about Magic City, the famous club in Atlanta.
Okay.
And then he's putting the soundtrack to go with it.
So
And that's
T.I.
the song
2 Chainz
that's on
written
that soundtrack. Yeah. I enjoyed it, man. T.I. verse could have been a little doper compared to Young Dro and Chainz.
T.I. showing his age.
I like Chainz on the, yeah, you know, T.I. ain't interested in rapping these days. Sometimes it shows. When he gets in the studio,
he
that
just
nigga
going through the
wanna,
motions.
he want to be a stand-up comedian and shit now and just be rich. That nigga, and that's his prerogative.
You know what?
Whether you think he's funny or not, if the nigga done, I'm too old to be out here jumping around on stage like a rapper. I'm finna just
I
do
just
some
want to be
other
a
shit.
photographer and be rich.
You
But I
feel
still
me?
got to go to goddamn work.
I ain't mad at it, man. I haven't never been to one of these comedy shows, but I know
I ain't
that
going.
his part is just a small segment. He
be like
he
the
putting the
opener.
actual
Yeah.
comics that he's taking on tour with him. So
Yeah.
I would encourage you to go and check them boys out if they come around somewhere to you. Cause them other comics that he's putting on
They
stage is
be
actually
dope.
funny.
But nigga, don't use me for credibility when you
Man,
technically
doing a
pup.
10-minute set just to, cause he know I got the celebrity that's gonna make y'all discover these niggas. That ain't really a bad thing. If you say, I know I'm not a funny comedian, but I can put T.I. Presents and bring 6 of my funny ass homeboys, and now that makes y'all closer to being a household name.
Okay, fine.
It's just another,
I won't push back.
It's another way to look at it. But yeah, I'm not just in line to sign up for a T.I. comedy show.
Nah, no thank you.
I see how he trying to just leverage his celebrity to give his dogs a platform because he's a genuine fan of stand-up comedy.
I believe he's a fan of comedy because I've seen him get roasted. He don't get pissed off. He'll laugh with them. Like he don't be. You can tell certain people don't like getting roasted.
Yeah.
They get salty. He be laughing, but
Yeah.
sometimes just let them have that, baby. You know what
But
I'm
he
saying?
ain't the first. It's like Shaq and all them niggas used to put together comedy
But Shaq
showcases.
wasn't trying to do comedy.
DeMarcus
He
Cousins.
just-
Yeah, but I think, like I
'Cause-
said, if he just up there telling his version of jokes as just T.I. that thinks he's funny, just naturally, for 10 minutes like the host would do, and then he actually is bringing up actual comics that are funny, most comedy shows got a nigga up there that's supposed to be the host that's gonna tell you 10 minutes worth of not funny shit before he brings out the first comedian.
That's fair, but I have seen him kind of get into it with other like seasoned, qualified
The
comedians.
niggas didn't like that shit when he
Yeah,
first
and
come
then
out.
they were saying like we don't know if he being serious or not, and
They
T.I.
see the
responded.
vision. I don't think his vision is for him to blow up as the comedian, though. I think he literally is just leveraging his celebrity to help his comedian
But he
homie.
could do like Shaq did. Shaq didn't get up on stage for the Shaq All-Star, and they were still fire. You remember that was one not super early, but Kevin Hart, Cat Williams. You remember D-Ray was on the D-Ray was roasting Cat Williams in the audience. He was like, "Keep it dry, bitches, keep it dry." Like he wasn't up there performing. That people made fun of him, Shawnee, Nelly, and Ashanti when they first started dating. You can have an event and not be the headliner. Not the headline, you know what I mean? Like
That's how he
the
choosing to approach it, man. But I do, before we get off of that,
Yes, sir.
I don't like how the culture just say, we know T.I. for rapping, nigga. If you ain't rapping no more,
No,
don't
you
do
let him
shit.
do other
We don't
shit.
care to
Yeah,
support
yeah.
nothing you got going on. I ain't one of them niggas, bro.
No, 50 was
I
rapping,
said
he
the
an actor
same thing
now.
about 50 Cent, Andre,
Yeah.
whoever. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that they moved on to a different season in their life where rap ain't priority, but they still got something that they passionate about that they want to put out.
Yeah.
I feel like more, if you're a real fan of that person, support that. We shouldn't support niggas. Like, we shouldn't be in favor of people just
you
being
can only do
stagnant
one thing.
for our sake as a fan. Like,
Yeah.
no, nigga, you a rapper.
That's
Only
it.
do rapper. Shut
Yeah.
the fuck up. Like,
No, I agree.
let that
'Cause
man do what he do.
I mean, T.I. started acting, when he first started acting, I was like, this ain't it. But as he got better, I started appreciating it. Now,
What if
he's not
niggas-
Denzel,
But
but
them niggas told a young Skillet when you was rapping and making beats and shit, nigga, you rap and make beats, nigga. Don't pick on no motherfucking camera, nigga. And now look at you. Media Giant, Sign Language Productions.com, LLC.
thankfully, I started rapping like 10 years ago,
But
but
still.
I get what you're
The
saying.
niggas would be like, fuck that, nigga. We heard you first as the light-skinned rapper, nigga. We don't want to care about you taking pictures,
Frying
nigga.
pan man, wild as a
You
Taliban.
feel- Hey, Poppy, man, let's remind them niggas. They remember, bro.
Hell no.
Remind them niggas.
Oh, nobody watching, remember nothing.
Remind them niggas, man.
Nah, I think we're all out to grow. There's a metaphor I heard from Charlamagne the God. I'm going to requote it. He basically said, in today's time, Malcolm Little would not have been allowed to become Malcolm X.
I like that too. I heard him say that.
Oh, you heard
That's
that?
true.
Yeah, that's some real
true.
shit. Yeah. So we do have to allow our heroes and
do.
our regular people or whoever to grow and evolve into something better or more. So you right. I get it.
Ultimately, but I ain't saying that to say
But
that.
still
this
drop
nigga-
some hot shit to you.
I ain't saying that to say that this nigga is gonna finna be the next blow. No, Chris
Eddie
Rock
Murphy,
and nobody
yeah,
else.
nah,
I
that ain't it. Dave Chappelle, nah.
But anyway,
Yes, sir.
what was we at? We was still doing the new releases.
Mm-hmm.
2 Chainz and Neo dropped the single, Not the Same.
What kind of vibe it got? It's pretty cool.
It's cool. I like it. 2
lady
Chainz
joint?
kinda 2 Chainz arguably been
Quiet.
one of I ain't gonna
On
say
fire.
quiet.
No, quietly
Yeah,
gaining
for the first
momentum,
6
yeah.
months of 2025, he dropped the collab project with Larry June.
Yeah.
Now he been dropping solo singles here and there. I think he got some upcoming visual project that the songs he been dropping is gonna be a part of.
Okay. He
Like
got
a,
the
a
joint.
soundtrack type of thing.
He got a joint with the microphone.
Yeah.
What's that shit
Nigga,
called? Not off the
From the
porch.
block.
The front of the block. There you
He
go.
just
yeah.
did something
That shit
with
cold.
Ron Isley where they was doing the Cadillac joint where they rolled in the car and performed that motherfucker.
Oh yeah. He was on Club Shay Shay.
He been doing.
He got another album coming out, don't he?
2 Chainz been out here, bro. The niggas
He
rolling
got to
out
have
something.
something coming. Yeah.
He
yeah.
rolling out
coming.
something.
Yeah.
He was quiet for a minute. I was like, maybe
chill.
change. But nigga, you know, we discussed that on the last
Yeah.
episode.
Pretty
as far
girls like
as
trap music, chilling.
he popped off a little bit later on in his 30s and shit. And I was kind of feeling like he dropped 4 albums. You know what I'm
Fire,
saying? He might have
Slide
felt like
about
he
it,
milked that brand for what it was, and now he's just enjoying being a restaurant owner, a club owner, whatever.
Well, he did the music, the trap museum. Not the
Yeah.
trap museum, but the Pretty Girls Like Trap
He's a
Music.
super
He did-
smart businessman.
Yeah,
for
he
sure.
did the ugly sweater Santa Claus joint. Well, I can't remember what the
the
theme
dab
was.
and Santa shit.
Yeah, he did that. So I mean, he makes some moves now.
Yeah.
Yeah, he ain't just chilling, you know.
But yeah, y'all go check out that single, man. And don't sleep on Chainz. Chainz finna drop something crazy. That nigga ain't doing all this shit just to be doing it. He rolling out something.
Hey, 2 Chainz.
Lil Wayne, Carter 6. We had that whole segment last
Sir.
episode. We're not gonna get back into that. But
Please don't.
Since the last episode, they dropped what they call a bonus version. The exact same garbage ass album
I would say it's not a bonus.
with 2 extra songs.
Sir, what's the worst candy that you've ever had before?
The worst candy,
Yeah.
it probably gonna be licorice.
So if I serve you licorice, and you be like, this shit nasty. Then I serve
Or
you
that candy
licorice.
corn shit, the
I don't
nigga-
eat no
I
goddamn
can't
candy
stand
corn.
that
So
shit,
I
boy.
say you play the licorice, and I'll be like, you know what? As a bonus, candy corn. You be like, bitch, get all this shit out my face. So that's what you just
See
told
what you
me.
did there, yeah, basically.
No, thank you,
Nigga.
sir.
The nigga dropped the same album, 2 extra songs. We could have did without the one song got Lil Baby and Future.
Okay.
It's called, what is it called?
I don't know.
Mama Don't Worry. It sounds
heard it?
dated. It sounds like a throwaway Future hook that Lil Wayne just said, I'm gonna throw a verse on this. It wasn't that great for me, but I'm sure it helped with streaming just having those other
Yeah,
big
the
name
names,
artists
yeah.
featured. And then he dropped the remix to the Band from NO joint on the original project with a Nicki Minaj verse that nobody needed or asked for.
Said
She come
nobody
on there
needed.
with the goofy ass flow. I think she ended
the
it with a
voices?
shot at Jay-Z and Rock
Really?
Nation.
They got
Yeah.
me?
Look, man. It's a mixture of the Megan Thee Stallion is with Rock Nation and then the whole them not letting Lil Wayne do the Super Bowl. So now she acting like, you know what, I'm gonna keep on taking shots at Rock Nation because y'all support the girl that I'm beefing with and then y'all slighted Lil Wayne. So
she
I
did
feel like
shit.
they're dragging that out. Like the Super Bowl is in February, bro.
Yeah.
It's happened, it's came, it's over with.
Yeah.
And Nicki Minaj, if you ain't just got nothing super dope that's gonna move the needle, as they say, we didn't need that shit, bro. I heard that shit and was like,
I told you guys we didn't need a Carter 6. We need Wayne features, not Wayne albums.
this might be a hot take. We don't need no more albums from Nicki Minaj either. Or features.
I co-sign that.
Or features.
We don't. Her
I
time
might
is coming
disagree.
past.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm good on it. She gave us some amazing stuff when she had her first run in the early 2010s.
Light resurgence. That's it.
I'm not here for it. You can keep it.
Boy, that's when Cam make a hot take. That's a real hot
You
take.
can keep it. That's just, and some people gonna disagree and be like, nah, because people think so
The
highly of
Barbs.
her. And
She's a legend, but we don't need no more
It is
Nicki
what it
Minaj
is.
music.
It is what it is, man. But yeah, man, that was crazy. All right, real quick, just to finish up the new releases. ESTG dropped a new album called My World. Slick Rick the Ruler. Yeah, that Slick Rick. Eye Patch. He dropped a new album on Nas' label, Mass Appeal. Album is called Victory. It's a short project.
Have you heard it?
I have heard it.
Okay, what it sound like?
It don't sound like an old, because you know that nigga in the 60s. It don't sound
sound
like an old nigga that's trying to make modern day music and blend in with what's going on.
Okay.
It sounds like he's staying true to him. And he just got
But it's
inspired to
updated
do a new
beats.
album. Yeah, the production on there ain't bad, but you got to go in knowing that I'm listening to a legacy act who's over 60 years old. So if you expecting booming 808s and just
No.
He's
out of
here.
here.
You're not gonna get that.
No, that's what people don't understand though. When you are a legacy act, I'm not expecting you to sound like the Young Boys, but it's okay to have modernized production. Not saying, like you said, don't gotta be Weezy out of here and all that shit.
Yeah.
But it can still, Hit Boy and Nas have found the perfect blender, and I know that's not for everybody. Everybody can't capture that.
But that made me feel better about it that he's putting it out with the people that put out the Nas.
You're right, yeah. They can oversee.
Clearly, they know what they're doing.
Let's, you know what I mean?
Winning Grammys and shit over there.
Yeah.
Not to say that this is gonna be no Grammy project. Not what I'm saying.
Grammy family, he part of the
just
Grammy
like
family
that.
scoop.
I like that Nas still remembers how he used to look up to Slick Rick and it's like, yeah, you want to do an album? I'll put that shit out on my label. Let's do it. I like that.
No record sold.
I like the move, man. It is a song on there called Landlord, and it's like classic Slick Rick type of. He telling the story from a landlord's perspective in New York City. That's basically just like, man, I'm tired. I'm coming to get my rent money. These niggas always got an excuse. They don't want to pay. They fucking up my shit. I liked it, bro. Y'all go check out the Slick Rick Landlord and the joint on there with Nas. I had spun that back a couple times.
dope.
Yeah. Them the two that I would say stood out for me. But
check that out.
Y'all go check that out, man. And let us know what y'all think of the Slick Rick album.
Subscribe to the tribe.
Subscribe to the tribe for sure. Outside of that, Boss from Dreamville, he dropped a new album with the Hicks. It's called Melon Chronicle. Y'all go spin that. And this one was unexpected for me. This the last one. Juicy J and Logic.
They don't even go together.
Juicy J of 3 6 Mafia.
Yeah, ho.
And Logic.
That nigga's a
From wherever you might know him from.
Hey, Logic was dope.
Like, who the fuck is Logic? Like,
now they saying that, but don't do that now. There was a generation, I'm part of it, I'm late to it, he was running.
Niggas just dropped the collab project called Live and in Color.
I got to figure out what that sound like, because they both make beats, but
I can't give y'all my thoughts on it because I just realized that when I was coming up with the topics that they dropped. But I am going to press play and scan through to
I'm going
see
to check that out at the gym tomorrow.
if it's something on there. Yeah, because you know Juicy J going to have beats that's going to give you good energy for the gym.
Know what I'm saying? Yeah,
sure.
I'll give it a run.
All right, in other news, Ray J.
Oh, fuck.
Ray J been a staple in the culture for a long time. Y'all know Ray J, man.
Got the Raycon.
D-Money from Moesha.
Yeah.
Nah, but I do find it odd that Ray J, at this point, with all he's accomplished and all he's done in his career to keep himself relevant for this long, the nigga in his 40s is still doing clout chasing moves like the one that we finna discuss. So,
fuck, what'd he do?
He done jumped into the streaming lane now, like a lot of people are. And
ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. He was on his stream, and I guess he just needed a moment. He needed a sound bite that was going to, gain some traction. So he said something to the lines of, he slept with Sexy Red before. And
I thought she allegedly had an STD.
Oh,
I don't want none of them goodies.
I haven't seen that young lady's mind
I
chart.
don't want none of that. Me neither. I don't want none of them goodies.
but nah, bruh just jumped out the window and said that and got backlash after she caught wind of it, responded, said the man lying on his meat. That never happened, bro. That's lame. Why you doing that? And then the nigga tried to go back in front of the camera and backtrack what he said. It was like, nah, but I was saying that I saw her. We was on the same flight, and we was talking and chopping it up. And then, you know, she decided to take a nap because it was a long flight, and I took a nap over here in my seat, and we was just kind of sleep at the same time. Nigga, that ain't what you said. You know that ain't what you said, bro.
Right.
So the fact that you trying to backtrack it because of the response you got, it didn't go the way you thought it was gonna go.
Imagine using a young lady who raps promiscuous. I don't know her real life. Raps in a promiscuous manner for clout.
Yeah, I understand. I feel like if you was gonna do a clout, lame, corny
That shit
move like
sounds
that,
stupid as fuck.
aim higher, bro. There's so many people out there
Yes.
that you could have lied and said that about. And for you to just say Sexy Red, I guess he just thought, I don't know what he thought, but that didn't go the way Ray J thought it was gonna go.
Hell no.
And I really feel like, bro, after all you've accomplished as an artist, as a TV personality, reality shows, whatever, TV producer, whatever you want to, you know what I'm saying? The Raycon company that he started.
Hey.
You've accomplished so much that why at this point in your career and in your 40s do you got to resort to them type of moves just so we can talk about him on shows like this?
I'll put it this way. I think that his business acumen is very savvy. Like the headphones, I don't know his cut, but I was at the gym earlier today and somebody had on the Raycons. I've seen the headphones move. But I don't know. Sometimes I think he get lost in that not social media, that reality TV life.
Yeah.
And sometimes, bro, you just got to be like, you know what? This ain't the time for that shit. Some shit has to be separate.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's just my
I think
thoughts.
he had became a little jaded just always being in front of reality TV cameras, you know.
Love and Hip Hop, the Bad Girls Club, what's the fake school thing?
For the Love of Ray J, you remember that?
That dumb shit. What was the one they did to school with Amber Rose? She got to fighting with
That was a College Hill.
College Hill. Shit like that. Like sometimes it's okay to take a seat back and be like, you know what?
Hey, my favorite Ray J moment was when they always show that clip from Love and Hip Hop where it kept his hat was on different positions on his.
Y'all like, bruh, we clearly see you redoing the takes.
Yeah.
He pushed Princess
Why
in the
did you
pool.
need that many takes to
Yes.
film something that simple?
Push her in the pool and let's get the fuck home.
That shit was hilarious, bro.
That nigga, hey,
That moment, no, that's right behind the Breakfast Club rant.
Oh, he was cussing out, what you call it?
Yeah, when he was doing the Fabulous rant and was saying all type of wild shit. Yeah, Ray J a wild dude.
He always been.
For sure. Ain't that Brandy's brother? Remember that? He in the middle of that song. Hey, wait a minute. Ain't that Brandy's brother? I would have never put that in the song if I was young.
No.
But all right, moving on. Nah, you remember when he was on that show?
Moesha.
He was on the interview with that dude Speedy, man, and he was showing them the glasses from his brand. He was like, "You can't break them; they unbreakable." And that nigga slapped
the shit out of him. Hell yeah. See what I'm saying?
But do you think that was on purpose and genius marketing because he knew that would go viral?
Not for unbreakable glass.
Bro, yeah, like for you to say these shits are unbreakable and watch a nigga snap them on camera.
No, that doesn't help.
I don't see how that helps sales for them glasses, but it definitely helps people be aware that you have a glasses brand.
This is an undrinkable beer. Glug, 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 glug. Like, what the
That
fuck?
was funny as hell, bro. Where we at, man? In other news.
Yes, sir.
All right, speaking of niggas trying to walk back comments,
Shit.
Timberland, you know, we talked about the whole AI artist and AI label idea on the previous episode. If you ain't watched that, go check out the Kickback Cookout episode, man, with the guys, man.
One episode before this one.
But yeah, we spoke about that on episode 35. And yeah, as a result of the backlash that he's been seeing and receiving since that made headlines, he been kind of trying to walk it back. Okay. And basically was like, y'all running with a headline. I never actually said that I have this and that, y'all.
Cap.
I think that he put that out there, and if everybody was like, that's dope, then he was going to stand on it. But the fact that he was getting pushback from some people that was disappointed, what's your thoughts?
I put it this way. You can't sign an AI art, at least as far as I know. But from my good IT background and my technological naval history.
Pop your shit.
Hey, 5 years. 2007 to 2023. 2013, excuse me. No, I do know you can buy the rights to an algorithm, and if that's the algorithm that's the artist, like that's the algorithm of the vocals.
You just taught me something.
Yeah, you can buy data and buy ownership of data. So if he bought excuse me, if you could buy the rights or ownership of an algorithm, then technically he could sign an AI artist. But how are you from? You from a legendary era of, like the golden era of hip hop, and producers and artistry. I'm gonna just buy. I mean, he didn't say these words, buy an algorithm, but essentially if that's what he's saying, that's what he's doing.
It's funny to see the nigga try to act like, nah, that ain't what I necessarily said. Like,
You said it. I'm signing AI artist.
You know what you put out there.
Yeah.
You thought niggas was gonna say this is dope and
This is
champion
cool.
that shit, and niggas is like, bro, what you mean? You one of the historic,
One of the ones.
legendary,
Yes.
that people hold in high regard. How you gonna be the one to say, yeah, I'm getting behind this and I'm a
Fucking
wow, man, that was wild. But yeah, I thought it was funny to see the nigga trying to, nah, y'all running with some headlines. I never actually said that. I got
shit. Even if he didn't say those words, that's what he implied.
Alright, bro.
Yeah.
Where we at? Alright, well. Alright. So,
Yes, sir.
speaking of producers,
Okay.
we just said Timbaland. You would call him a legendary producer.
Of course,
right?
absolutely. One of the GOATs, yeah.
Would you call Swiss Beats a legendary producer?
Yes, but I don't think it's because of there was a time he had a sound, but do you know who Dame Grease is? You know it, but
DMX.
No, Dame, I'm talking about the producer Dame.
Yeah, he made a lot of the beats for DMX, yeah.
Him and Swiss Beats were very pivotal to that Rough Rider sound. Fair to say? He did make some beats for Rockefeller as well, but primarily Rough Riders. Yeah. So Swiss Beats is a legend and GOAT because he did usher in a sound, but I think his sound was too.
His beats be so fucking basic.
That's what I was about to say. They're very narrow. The bells, the horn. Typically, you know a Swiss Beats beat when you hear it. But do I feel like he shifted the culture? Yeah, because it was with DMX. But I think DMX shifted the culture.
Bro. I think he been a part of some legendary moments, but as far as if you just critiquing his skill set and the sounds that he makes with his fucking beat machines, I wouldn't put that as legendary. It's a lot of other
Let me
more
tell you a couple of
legendary
beats. He made Rough Riders Anthem.
Yeah.
He made Bring 'Em Out. I'm a Hustler. He made the joint for Jay. Well, several joints for Jay, but what is the one with Jay? It's the black and white video from the not the Black Album. It's from
Blueprint 3.
Yeah. The music video is black and white.
What was the name of that?
I can't remember. Somebody's screaming at the screen right now. God damn it! It's such and such.
I remember that.
You know what I'm talking
I
about?
can't think of the title right now.
That, and of course, he made other shit as well, but he made that. He helped produce a lot of Eve shit. Bust. Yeah, touch it, bring it, bring. That is a dope ass beat.
The hardest one. Touch it.
Yeah, that he did shit for Eve. He did joints for Dragon. What's the song he had on the Rough Riders compilation? We had like Snoop, DMX. It was like State Your Name, Gangsta, and it was you know what I'm talking about. I can't remember the name of the song, but he did shit like that. Like so, he has.
I don't hold him in as high regard as some of the other people, producers that they call legendary, man. Personally,
Not to
take nothing away.
Not literally doo-doo, but like kind of lower tier.
Yes.
What would you put in the lower tier category? Give me a comparable producer.
Soulja Boy.
Chill out, man. You disrespectful than a motherfucker.
Oh man, Soulja Boy had simple ass beats that had 2 or 3 instruments that could have been made in 5 minutes. I put it in that category. I don't put him up there with the motherfucking DJ Premiers.
No, he ain't no primo.
Yeah, I don't put him up there
he ain't
with Just Blaze.
No, Just Blaze, Kanye, hell
nah. Pharrell.
No, hell no, damn.
I wouldn't put Manny Fresh.
No,
I wouldn't put him in there with none of them. Yeah. Nah, he was there for legendary moments and eras. But if I break down just what his contribution was, if DMX lyrics was never put on Rough Riders Anthem, how hard is that beat really? It's simple as fuck.
Yeah, it is simple as fuck.
It's got that sound and the drums that eventually come in. That's it.
It is a simple ass beat.
You know what I'm saying?
That's X voice carrying that shit.
X carried that motherfucker, bro.
Damn.
Give a dog a bone. What?
Leave a dog alone.
If that ain't on there, then that beat might have just kept getting skipped by niggas in the studio that was skimming through the beat tape.
I don't know though, cause like
Jay Dilla, that nigga ain't no Jay Dilla.
But the pairing, sometimes a good pairing.
He ain't no Pete Rock.
That's true too. Damn.
There's so many niggas, bro.
Damn.
He ain't no Dr. Dre.
Who was Kanye mentor from Chicago?
No ID. He ain't no fucking no ID.
with no ID for real.
I'm saying, bro.
Damn.
When you break it down, man.
He married to Alicia Keys. She don't got no whole bunch of Swiss beats.
No. I wouldn't even want to hear that together.
He probably tried to pitch her something.
No. Keep that
They don't
shit.
even go together.
Nah. Hell nah. Y'all let us know what y'all think. Am I wrong? I could be
Damn.
wrong. If y'all disagree, that's cool. Tribe members.
I can't even throw that
In
nigga no
Swiss
bell.
Beats, should he be considered a legendary producer? Or
I think it's because of
was
the
he
time.
just associated with some legendary
acts,
artists?
yeah. He just debunked my whole argument. Damn.
I'm just saying,
Well,
man, if you really think about it.
You don't know my
You feel
bones
me?
going those hot dogs.
You feel me?
Hey.
All right, man.
You know.
We're gonna condense this shit, man, a little bit, man. So real quick, sports segment before we get up out of here. There ain't been a whole lot going on in sports in the culture. NBA finals are still happening right now. It's currently 3-2 OKC. If you ask me, I think OKC probably gonna wrap it on up and get them on out of there. Who you think?
Bruh,
I'm just gonna
have to congratulate OKC. Just let you know we're literally shooting the day after it went 3-2.
Yeah.
We'll see you after the champions have been crowned.
Salute to the new NBA champs, whichever way they go.
Yeah,
technically the Pacers still can. They not completely out of it, but I
can't
just
see them
feel
winning
like
2 straight.
that ship is probably sailed.
Yeah. I ain't mad at it though. I think the Pacers will at least get back to the Eastern Conference Finals. Minimum. I think that's fair to say. Well, yeah, because Milwaukee is gonna basically break up. Supposedly, like we've talked about offline, Ja and that whole Memphis scenario.
Yeah. They just traded Desmond Bain to the Magic, which Magic already had a nice young team.
Yeah, they dealt with injuries,
But they gave away a couple players and some draft picks, so we'll see what they still look like with that addition of Desmond Bain. He's a solid player, definitely can shoot threes, can score for you for sure.
Yeah.
It seemed like Memphis about to blow that whole situation up and just try to see where they can ship Ja to and just rebuild. Giannis won out. He probably gonna be somewhere else next year. They trying to figure that out.
Okay.
KD, they keep talking about he not coming back to Phoenix.
They say he might go to Houston or San Antonio. Supposedly.
We'll see what comes of that. I feel like KD don't got much left in the tank after the injuries that he unfortunately sustained, man.
Yeah, I think that your jumper don't go away, but your lateral quickness, your agility goes away. So if you can't get to your spot, it don't matter how good your jumper is.
He used to be that defender that, he can just run past everybody and this and that. And now he's an older guy.
Could you see him as a spot-up shooter? That'd be weird.
I could see it, but that ain't never really been his game. But I could see it. I could see him making it work if he wanted to, but...
Yeah, that'd be weird.
That's really everything that's been going on in sports. Antonio Brown, we did mention that situation in the previous episode. He was at the Aiden Ross boxing event, I think. They had the celebrity boxing. He was there. Some niggas seen him iced out.
Give me that chain, ho.
Thought they were going to catch him slipping, snatch his chain. He was able to get away from that situation, whatever, and let off some shots. They originally said that once he explained what happened to the police,
yes, sir.
It was like, okay, well, it was self-defense. They let him go. He was only detained. But now they saying that they circling him back around and trying to charge the man with attempted murder for that situation. What's your thoughts on that, bro? How
they go from shooting in the head, get the fuck off of me? Wait, did he go get the gun? Or?
That's what I'm assuming, because if they ran up on him when he was just like walking into the arena of the event,
yes,
I don't think he was going in there with the blick on him. So I'm pretty sure whatever happened. And he said, I got something for y'all niggas. And just off that adrenaline, that these niggas just tried to rob me.
Bruh.
Being a throw-it-off nigga from Florida, that nigga went back, got the blick.
What they said, he from the crib.
Yeah, so I'm finna show y'all niggas.
I'm from the crib.
Like I said, originally they were like, hey, he was within his rights to do that. But now, I guess,
I thought Florida got to stand your ground.
Review, I don't know if they was in Florida. I know he's from Florida.
Okay, yeah. Florida has to stand your ground.
Was. But yeah, guess in that moment he decided, I'm finna show these niggas I ain't the one to play with. And that might have backfired on him.
Bro, you saying nigga who was the last game in Tampa Bay ripped his whole goddamn jersey up.
Bro.
Yeah, something wrong with him. That nigga had like one half his mustache was blue or blonde.
That nigga was trying to rap one time.
Bro, he had a whole music video with Rick Ross. Yeah.
This shit was horrible, man.
Get your boy.
But Y'all let us know what y'all thoughts on that man facing attempted murder charges for that incident, man. That's wild to me. If what they said happened and they let it go, why circle back and then do that?
Yeah.
But they might be saying that, hey, the situation was de-escalated. He had a chance to get away. He went and got his blick and came back and tried to shoot some shit up.
Yeah. It's
And if
different.
they looking at it like that, then
Bro, if you ever run up on you and I bam, get the fuck off me. But if I get away, you can't legally. You cannot
you
go
can't
get
go
a weapon
retrieve
and
a
come
weapon
back.
and come back,
Because then it becomes murder one.
Yeah.
Because you've
consciously
evaded
making that decision
to come shoot and kill people. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit.
Hopefully
wild.
that's not true. But you know.
We'll see what happens with that, man.
Yes, sir.
What else we got?
Sports wise,
I think that's it for the sports, man. Outside of that,
we talked about Woman of the Year.
Yeah, we talked about that in the BET.
We did, you
okay, so I want to introduce this new segment though.
Oh shit!
We talked about it, man. I don't
See
really
how
have
you bring up new segments. Don't tell me about it. Don't got no name.
It's a working title. We're gonna figure it out by the time this get published. But yeah, man.
Flip back in.
Okay, boom. Yeah, we're gonna figure out the title for this new segment, but I want to start this, man. So I had just came across a thread one time where people was finding random underground rap songs from different states and just like displaying how this how rap song and this how rap sound over here, this how rap sound over there. So I want to bring that to the show, man, and put the tribe members on so y'all can see what's going on in other regions. Cause me personally, I miss regional rap, bro. This nigga crazy, man. I miss regional rap.
Come up with none of this. This is all on him.
But don't you miss regional rap? Don't you miss when St. Louis niggas had their own sound?
Oh,
New York niggas sound like New York. That ain't the thing no more. It's like everybody's blending together and sounding, you know what I mean? So
similar, not the sound.
With that thought in mind, I wanted to introduce this. So we're gonna see how this go. But the first ones we got, the first state that we're gonna display for y'all is North Dakota, right?
Okay, what you got?
So this song is called Out in North Dakota. And it's by a dude named Sneaky the Sneakster.
They got Nick the Sneak out of Oakland. So he just
Sneaky the Sneakster. Okay, so let me find this. I'm gonna play a little clip for y'all. Sneaky the Sneakster out in North Dakota. So this how they coming in North Dakota. In case you was wondering.
North Dakota, cuz.
In case you was wondering, nigga.
You want the microphone? What you got? Wait, start at the beginning.
That's the beginning. Oh, we ain't gonna play the whole song, bro. I gotta go to the hood. I gotta go to the hood. Man, that's pretty long as a motherfucker.
What? I thought y'all went to 12 now.
There you go. Hey, it's booming in North Dakota.
I'm in North Dakota.
My boy say it's booming in North Dakota.
Hey, if y'all see the Facebook stats on my shit say, I'm in North Dakota.
So yeah, Sneaky the Sneakster out in North Dakota. That's how they coming, man. So yeah, we're gonna have another state on the next episode and show you how they coming. But right now, it's booming in North Dakota, bro.
If y'all have any states in mind, please put that shit in the comments.
Drop it in the comments. But hey, all right.
I'm in North Dakota.
So, all right. What's your thoughts on artists post? Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
I'm in North Dakota.
Hey, that little ring to it again,
buddy, nigga. Everybody say they out there getting money, had the work vest on and shit, like they was flagging for the asphalt crew. That shit was funny as hell, bro. Shout out to Sneaky the Sneakster. Yeah, all
sneak
right.
his ass back in the house.
Next topic real quick, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, so you know how artists, when they got unreleased music, so many artists out there that's sitting on a pile of unreleased songs.
Okay.
Some niggas post a snippet of something that's upcoming and they actually put it out eventually. Some niggas just post snippets, never put nothing out.
And some niggas be in
Some niggas be, I'm in North. But look,
I'm sorry, I don't grow up.
what's your thoughts on artists putting out snippets of unreleased song before it's officially dropped? You feel like that's a good idea? You feel like too many people do that?
I think it's cool as long as you ain't sitting in there with 20, 30 your niggas and they all gassing you and it's not good. Like, I understand yes men want to keep getting, spoon fed. But you got to be honest with the cash cow, man.
Yeah.
Because if that is your cash cow, don't fuck the cash cow up.
Yes, man, will fuck shit up.
Yeah, they can gas you and you putting out some bullshit. That shit fire, yo. You're like, well, goddamn, why ain't nobody fucking with it then?
Hey, you in the studio, if you have the privilege to be in the studio around your artist homie,
Yeah.
the shit that he putting out ain't hitting, let the
Tell
man
the
know.
truth.
Don't be one of them
Yeah.
niggas. Hell yeah.
And you know that shit ain't good.
Don't be one of them, bro. Let
Cause
your
your
man
cash
know.
cow will
I
dry
get
the
it.
fuck
You like,
up.
man, damn, I don't want to tell them shit wet. Then all of a sudden, I can't be in the entourage no more. Listen, bro.
If it dry up, it don't make no difference
Yeah,
anyway.
they be like bro saying, if y'all, that's the one, and knowing it ain't the one, and people lose interest, then what?
Yeah, you ain't gotta cuss the nigga out or be disrespectful, but you can tell somebody like, you can tell them what to improve on. Hey, the beat ain't as good, or your flow was cool, but Cam has asked me about his music. I don't insult him. We have a grown-up conversation.
He is brutally honest though. I respect that though. That's my dog.
Yeah, but you don't have to be. You can be honest and not be disrespectful.
That's true.
And yeah.
So if you're an active upcoming artist right now, which
Yes,
we
sir.
know you ain't, you like to tell the audience that he not. The
Sir,
nigga still rap.
I got a new EP
He
coming
still
out.
rap behind the scene, man.
2020 never
Don't
wear
let the nigga play with y'all. If you are still active,
Yes, sir.
independent artist, would you use that method from time to time? If you feel like I got a slap that ain't quite ready to be released, but if y'all hit these 10 seconds, it's gonna help me build momentum? Or do you feel like, fuck that, I'd rather just let y'all hear it when it drop?
I think it depends. I think that's what I know. Ain't what I think. That's what has hindered Cardi B from putting out a follow-up album.
Caring too much about the feedback from it.
And I'm not saying F your fans, because I'm a fan, you're a fan, you're also an artist, I'm an artist in my own way. But there is a difference between receiving feedback and being beholden or frozen to, well, man, they not rocking with this little snippet. Maybe I should start back over. Like, you only play it, like you said, 10, 20, 30 seconds of a song. And we in such a microwave society, we don't always give a song a chance. There's been songs I've heard once and be like, I ain't like that. Then somebody played it and I was just riding around, just happened to hear it, or it was in the store or whatever. I'm like, damn, who the fuck is that? I'm like, boy, that's such and such. I'm like, wait, I done heard that song before. Let me go back and listen to it. And you be like, that's jamming. But the first time I might not have been in the right headspace, or if it's an energy song and I'm not in the gym, I may not want to hear no energy song. What if I was having a bad day? Like the Dark Knights joint with Kaki Kai, Country Kai? Kaki Kai? It's Friday, Meek Mill, Kaki Kai.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I listen to that song in the gym because it's depressing, but it's like energetic depression. I don't want to listen to that when I don't go to the club, but if I was heading to the club, that ain't what I want to hear.
Yeah.
So certain environments and certain circumstances can affect how you receive a song. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. I guess I got mixed feelings about it, man. If you're gonna do it, you definitely got to pick the right segment of the song to play.
Yeah.
For sure, which can be hard to determine sometimes, especially if you as the artist that made the song in its entirety is left to pick it. Maybe let someone else decide which few seconds of this song should I reveal.
Yeah.
Because I'm not opposed to, just as a consumer, if you trying to get me to buy into a product, to you giving a sample to make me, oh hell yeah, I want that whole thing. But you got to give the right sample.
Yeah, keep going, I'm grabbing a bit.
You do, like, it's important, like, which niggas post snippets sometimes that just be, and then you got to think, we in the snippet era with TikTok and everything, niggas is blowing up off a snippet of their song.
Yeah, 15, 30 seconds or something.
Sometimes just 8 seconds and
Yeah,
10
yeah,
seconds.
yeah.
If you got a few seconds of some shit that sound dope on the loop, if we just loop that part, they don't give a damn what the rest of the song sound like.
Let it
So
ride,
it's
yeah.
kind of snippet culture right now in 2025, man. But even with us in this show, you know, we got to chop up clips and make what is considered a snippet, a short, what have you, a reel.
Yeah.
You know, just because people like to buy into that little sample of the episode, and then if they like that little segment that they saw,
They tap into
they're
the
gonna
full,
go
yeah.
watch the whole full thing. So, I mean, I get it, I understand in the theory and the concept of it, but if you're gonna go that route, you definitely got to choose the right clips to post as that.
Yeah.
And then again, don't be one of them niggas that post snippets all the time and don't never drop nothing officially. And definitely don't be out here trying to, you know, book stuff that the other active artists who actually dropping shit are involved in when you know that I ain't quite at that level yet.
Don't reel me to death.
Let
Now
me
put
get some shit out here
yeah.
first, so when I do get in front of these cameras, I can tell y'all that I got some shit out.
Yeah.
Don't sit here and say, yeah, y'all need to tap in and go follow me on such and such. Where your music at? Oh, I ain't really got none yet, but I have dropped, you know what I'm saying? That look crazy. Come on, bro.
Hey,
Get your business together, man.
I've done a few interviews where they don't have anything to go listen to, and
that's wild, man. You sitting there like, okay,
I went to research. I'm like, I can't find
you
nothing.
having to stretch your brain just to come up with a question to ask the nigga. Like, that's awkward, man.
Yeah, and people know I don't write my questions down. It's to the flow.
And he could have been doing 10 photo shoots while he was sitting there trying to stretch his brain to think of what to ask.
I can't think of nothing because I don't find nothing. Yeah.
Come on, man. Y'all boy tighten up, man. I ain't looking down on no indie artists. We all at different levels. Y'all gotta start somewhere, but don't get ahead of yourself. Have some shit out there that you want to put the people on before you jump out there trying to promote some shit that ain't available.
Or something that's coming, and then send it to me early so I can listen to it and talk about it.
For sure. Definitely do that.
Yeah.
If you're going to have an interview with somebody, you want them to be familiar with what you got going on currently. So, like you say, so the questions can be based off of that. So,
we can talk about what's coming,
But all right, man. Shit. Man, that's about all we got for this episode, man. I'm gonna save the rest for next episode. Before we get up out of here though, and wrap up episode 36 of the hottest motherfucking show in the world, nigga. Tribe Called Culture. You heard what I said, nigga. Argue with your my chart.
And Sexy Red.
You feel me? Indie artist spotlight, man. Who you gonna give it to?
BBG Marv.
BBG.
Good dude. Good music, came out to the Rap Renaissance. That was my first time meeting him in person. But I definitely was aware of him before then, and I really appreciate that. But yeah, definitely go check out his music. Very dope South Carolina artist.
Respect. BBG Marv.
Hey,
sure.
gang.
I'm gonna go with an artist named Tyus, and he spelled his name TYU$.
Okay.
And you can follow bro at I am Tyus Young on Instagram.
Okay.
He got a dope original sound, man. I fuck with bruh music, man. Y'all go check him out. Let me know what y'all think. Tell him Tribe sent you.
Hey, and I'm paying attention. I just want to make sure I get the spelling of this, my sleeper song.
For sure. Tell him Tribe sent you. Subscribe to the Tribe.
Holla at your boy.
All right, and last thing, the sleeper song. You got yours prepared, my boy?
I do. It is called Lost Message, Oz the God, OZ the God. And then it's actually a collaborative album with him and, I may mispronounce the name, Mazzi Omerta, Mazzi Omerta. I enjoyed the whole project, but specifically Lost Message, they got a music video for it. They're like in a crime scene with the yellow tape measure, not tape measure, you know what I'm talking about, the caution tape. It's a very dope, they got the visual and the audio. It's a very dope song. It's actually on my workout playlist. So that's my sleeper song.
For sure. And my sleeper song is off that Maintain Showmain project that I had mentioned earlier when we was discussing the new releases. He got a song on there called Late Night Luxury. That's a slap, bro.
We growing
like
sexy.
I said, I think all them songs on there slaps, honestly, and I ain't even gassing it. Y'all go check it out and, you know what I'm saying, see for yourself. But definitely a standout one on there is Late Night Luxury. So that's my sleeper song for episode 36. And shit, man, with that being said, man, that's pretty much all we got for y'all right now, man, on episode 36. Again, I do got new music dropping July 4th. I got a new single dropping with my boy NRG AO.
Man, stop lying, man. Me and Cam got a project coming out. Fuck that.
Hey, look, I was gonna keep that under wraps.
We was both
right?
December babies.
I was gonna keep
Dropping
that
December
motherfucker under wraps.
2025.
But shit, you heard him. Hold him to it. He said that shit on camera. Hold him to it.
I was just playing.
I'm open to it. I don't give a damn if it's 4 songs.
Oh, they give me about a good 6.
Hey. Let's get it to him, man.
All right, fucking
shit.
then. I'm just playing. Ain't shit coming out.
He ain't gonna do it, y'all. Put it in the comments.
Hey,
Say,
I'm gonna put a verse, shoot it to him. We'll see what happens.
Put it in the comments, man. Y'all tell us
Hey.
which producers you would like us to have on that project in theory.
Fuego.
Make the nigga be serious about it, because I'm down with it. I don't give a fuck.
I'm 40. I don't be rapping.
Sign Language Productions, nigga.
Yeah, I'm not
man.
adding the sound effect to every time I do this, but it'll be on there for most of them.
But hey, man. With that being said, like I was saying, July
Yes,
4th, Fake Love.
Oh, my bad.
Add the pre-save.
Yeah, NRG.
Go add that. My boy NRG AO, shout out to him.
Gang, gang.
Fake Love, it's gonna be arguably one of the hottest songs that dropped this summer. I ain't
Tell
just
them
saying
again.
that because I'm on there. I'm for real, bro.
Hey.
I had the pleasure of performing it one time.
Oh,
They
yeah?
was fucking with it. I had the crowd singing the shit back to me. And, you know, that was a good feeling. Cause
I'm finna let's do it as soon as we get done.
yeah, man, I fuck with that shit. So, yeah, Fake Love, y'all look out for that. July 4th, that's my son's birthday. Shout out to my son.
Hey,
And,
baby boy.
Yeah, man, we're gonna keep this shit rocking, man. But
Go
go
Redskins.
tell somebody to subscribe to the tribe. If you don't do this nigga, disregard that.
No,
if you, don't,
absolutely.
if you don't do nothing else with your life today,
Go Redskins.
go subscribe to the tribe.
Yo,
Tell
subscribe
a
to the
friend,
tribe.
subscribe to the tribe. Tell them about this shit. Some great shit going on over here, man.
Yeah, man.
We finna break the internet with some of this
Hey.
shit we got brewing. And we is bringing the kickback, cookout
Oh, yeah,
back
yeah. The
before the
kickback.
summer over.
You gonna do-
We're gonna have a more advanced notice this time, so y'all can,
we
you know,
literally,
man.
the missus came up with she threw it out there in the air, and then somehow we got to talk about it that Tuesday. It was like, fuck it. I was like, I'm gonna make a graphic.
I am gonna bring a machete this time. So
Get the
if
fuck
a
outta here.
motherfucking snake creep up on
Oh,
our
yeah, we had a snake pop out.
motherfucking snake pull up on this nigga. They like, what's a snake by your foot? Nigga thought they was bullshitting. It was a real motherfucking snake.
Pause. Big Meat's his son, not little boy, his son. He was like, yo, bro, it's a snake bite. You know, kids get to playing.
Man,
I said, man,
a
chill out. I
real
look, I said, oh
deal
shit,
snake,
he was for real.
Real deal snake. Then when
Hey.
Bud tried to grab at it, that bitch was turning around.
Hey,
you know what I'm
he
saying?
grabbed him for real though.
Hey,
and
shout
slung
out to
that
brother.
motherfucker.
Shout out to
yeah.
brother got rid of the snake while we was,
Hey,
you
we
know what I'm
appreciate
saying?
you.
But yeah, I'm gonna bring machete for
You wanna-
the next
you wanna
one.
aim
Don't
for
even
the-
worry about it.
End of July. Like the
Yeah,
last
we got for
Saturday.
that. We're gonna try to do this shit in
Try
July, man.
is the key
Yeah,
word.
we're gonna try to put it together for end of
Yeah,
July.
we need at least.
Right now it's still mid-June, so
Yeah,
we're gonna
Let's spitball. Let's hopefully give at least 2 weeks notice.
for sure
Yeah. That way y'all want to take the day off and come on out. You come on out.
pop out to the next one, man. I know
Hey.
y'all seen the last episode. Like,
Hey.
damn, that shit look fly. I
Bro, we
wish
had
I was-
25, 30 people.
You feel me?
Hey.
But yeah, we're gonna do it again. But until next time, man, that wraps up episode 36. I'm your favorite cultural conversation curator, Cartier Camo. And that's my dog,
Skillet.
the motherfucking media giant.
Hey.
And this is A Tribe Called
Coach.
Culture.
Peace.